want to talk about returning to Warhammer after about 10 plus years, and well, 7 years, something like that, 7 to 10 years, and just seeing the main differences I see in models they produce now versus what they used to. So this is an old cast Space Marine. They were all over the battlefield back in the day. This one has a claw, but pretty detailed model, right? You can still make these pretty beautiful, better than I can do, but this guy here, like if we look at the details on the claw, pretty good. I think that we're around that same level with the new models. But if you look at the shoulder pad and stuff, those recesses there aren't as deep as what you see on newer models. So when you're painting it, the slight difference in depth on how far the base of that red part of the shoulder pad is from where the silver lining is, like that silver lining thickness of the edging, right? That thickness is thinner on this than say like this is one of the newer click together Primaris models, right? You can see clearly defined ridges and everything here. In some of these older models, like even these lines on like the helmet, if you look at older models, it's a really small line, or like details will be really fine. And now on bigger models and how the GW scaled everything up, these ridges are much more defined, which makes it easier to paint. So your models look better, right? Without you having to be better. And it just makes it so, like, with less time, like, this is one of the first models I painted when I got back into painting. And I never done blue before. I hadn't done this kind of gold before. Never painted an ultramarine before. I just followed the painting guide. It doesn't look terrible. It doesn't look great. I could do it better now after painting again for a few months. But this is a guy that I repainted recently for fun because I'm just going back through all some of my old stuff, kind of a trip down memory lane. And this word bearer here, he's a little bit harder to paint than the newer models that are out, even the Horse Heresy models that are out, because the ridge lines and the details are thinner on the older models than the newer models, which is interesting. And I was wondering why I had so much more fun painting the newer models, even though they were just regular Marines, than what I had experienced in the past. And it's not just that I got older and I like it more, it's that like these are a little bit easier to paint, and the definitions in these lines I think are greater, likely because of upscaling